Cleansing breath. Hey folks, daily Landsblog for the 15th of October 2020. And I realized today, in terms of anxiety, that I'm just not prepared to cope really well with bumps in the road in my life. And I'm not talking about big bumps in the road. I just was overcome with this anxiety with like a pretty minor issue. And it just I just realized that I was kind of falling apart. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, how am I going to handle, real issues at this point in my life? Because we all are going to face real issues. And it was like, I understand the difference between anxiety that you can't explain, which is sort of classic general anxiety disorder, and anxiety that you can explain, which is an inevitability in our lives. But for me, I think the illness, general anxiety disorder, applies now to things in my life that prevent me from coping with just little average things in my life like other people might do it. And I realized that, all the advice that I give out, as recently as 2 hours ago, I was direct messaging with my buddy Bob. You know Bob, right? Rob or Bob? Bob. Remember one? I got his last name wrong.
Bob Harris?
I called him Bob Harris, but we all know his name is. We don't use last names here, thank God. But I was texting him, and he was talking about panic and how he was feeling on the edge of panic, or he had crossed from the edge and fallen into this big vat of panic. And I said to him, I said, well, one of the things you can do is you can use your experience and you can use whatever healthy part of your brain exists when you're in the midst of panicking to talk yourself down from panicking about the panic. And, what I said makes sense. And it's really good advice. The problem I have is that I was thinking to myself, man, this shit is really hard to implement. It's all well and good to have these ideas, but when you're battling something like anxiety or something like depression, even though you know what's best for you, even though you know it will pass, for instance, even though you know that something minor in your life actually only feels massive because of your illness, still, it's hard to practice what you preach. Just thought I'd share. sicknowweek.com. 24 hours a day, 360 days a year. We're here for the good days, which can inspire you to keep searching for something that will allow you to have good days, and for the bad days, which show you that you are not alone. Put it on the board, Casey Landsblog. I was testing you to see if you were listening. Yeah.